Welcome back, students. This is fourth lecture on rotational dynamics, that is chapter 1. This is Leena Shirke from Physics Department, New English High School and Junior College. Students, in my previous lecture, I have discussed an important application of uniform circular motion, that is banking of roads. Now this topic is very important from exam point of view, as most of the theory questions and numericals are expected on this topic. So prepare this topic thoroughly. Next we will start with the new application of uniform circular motion, that is conical pendulum. Notice conical pendulum. So in your previous standards you must have studied about simple pendulum. So simple pendulum is an arrangement where there is a point mass or bob which is fixed to the string, which is inextensible, flexible, massless, and it is fixed to the rigid support. If you made to oscillate that bob in single vertical plane, then the bob performs angular simple harmonic motion. So this type of arrangement we call it as simple pendulum. Now what is conical pendulum? So here in this diagram you will observe that there is a bob or a point mass having mass m, and it is fixed to the massless inextensible flexible string which is having length L, and it is fixed to the rigid support. If you revolve this bob so that it performs horizontal circle, then at the same time the string traces out the surface of a cone with certain time period. So this type of arrangement is called conical pendulum. Now you see what are the forces which are acting on this bob. So we will observe that there is a weight mg of the bob which is acting in the downward direction, and the second force is nothing but the force of tension which is acting along the length of the string towards the support. So these are only two forces which are acting on the bob. Now as the motion is in the horizontal circle or horizontal plane, there must be net force which is acting in the horizontal direction along the radius towards the center, and as this bob is not moving up or down or in vertical plane, all the vertical components should cancel each other. So now as T and mg are not acting along the same straight line, we'll resolve this T into two components. So which are the two components? Vertical component and horizontal component. So now we'll resolve this T into this vertical component and horizontal component. As the semi-vertical angle of cone is theta, so this angle between the vertical component and T is also equals to theta. So ये वर्टिकल कंपोनेंट अगर टी के साथ थीटा एंगल बना रहा है, तो ये जो कंपोनेंट होगा टेंशन का वो होगा टी कॉस थीटा, and the other component which is perpendicular to t cos theta is t sin theta, which is acting along the radius and towards the center. So we have resolved T into two components. Vertical component of tension is T cos theta, and the horizontal component of tension is T sin theta, which is acting along the radius towards the center. So now observe that there is a constant speed v with which this bob is moving along the circular path, because this is uniform circular motion. So at every point on this path, its speed is going to remain constant, but there is change in the direction of linear velocity. So हर जगह पार्टिकल का और पॉइंट मास का स्पीड कितना होगा? v होगा. Now this t cos theta has to balance mg because there is no motion in vertical plane. So t cos theta is equal to mg, and the only unbalanced force is t sin theta, which provides the necessary centripetal force for the circular motion of the bob. Clear? Now aim is to find the time period of a conical pendulum. But to find the time period of conical pendulum, we require the speed of the conical pendulum. So to find the speed, we'll divide equation 2 by equation 1. So after dividing equation 2 by 1, we'll get mr omega square upon mg is equal to t sin theta upon t cos theta, which is also equal to mv square upon r upon mg. Now here get cancelled from numerator and denominator, and tt get cancelled from numerator and denominator. So we'll get r omega square upon g is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. Now I'll shift g and r on RHS and we'll get omega square is equal to g sin theta upon r cos theta. Now if you observe the diagram, here theta is the semi-vertical angle of cone and this triangle is a right angle triangle. So to find the sin theta ratio, we'll divide the opposite side length by hypotenuse. But opposite side is nothing but radius of the circular path, that is radius of the horizontal circle, and the hypotenuse length is nothing but length of the string, which is L. So here sin theta can be replaced by opposite upon hypotenuse, that is R upon L, or R can be replaced by L sin theta. So here instead of R we'll write L sin theta. Now sin theta get cancelled from numerator and denominator, and therefore we'll get omega square is equal to G upon L cos theta. Now you can write this equation in terms of V square also. So here V square is equal to Rg sin theta upon cos theta. But sin upon cos is nothing but tan theta, and therefore we'll get V square is equal to Rg tan theta. Now here for omega square, taking square root on both the sides, we'll get omega equal to square root of G upon L cos theta. Now as you want time period of conical pendulum, we'll write the expression in terms of t. So as omega is equal to 2 pi upon t, the time period of conical pendulum t is equal to 2 pi upon omega. Now here we'll take reciprocal of omega. So time period t is equal to 2 pi square root of L cos theta upon g. So this is the expression for time period of conical pendulum. So time period depends upon length of conical pendulum and angle theta and acceleration due to gravity, where theta is nothing but semi-vertical angle of cone. Now if this theta is equal to 90, then cos 90 is 0 and there will be no motion such as conical pendulum. So this theta must be less than 90. Now you can try this time period by using second expression, that is t is equal to 2 pi r upon v. So time is nothing but distance upon speed, and therefore t is equal to 2 pi r upon v, because 2 pi r is the distance which is travelled by the bob in one revolution and the speed is v. So distance upon speed is nothing but 2 pi r upon v, which is nothing but time period. So as v is equal to square root of Rg tan theta, you can substitute this v as square root of Rg tan theta over here, and you will get the expression for time period, which is 2 pi square root of L cos theta upon g. So you try this method and find out the time period of conical pendulum. Now we'll start an important topic in circular motion, that is vertical circular motion. Now there are two types of circular motion: a controlled vertical circular motion such as a giant wheel or similar games. In this case, the speed is either kept constant or not totally controlled by gravity. And the another type of vertical circular motion is the motion which is controlled only by gravity. Initially, we supply the necessary energy mostly at the lowest point, and then onwards entire kinetics is governed by the gravitational force. So in this diagram you will observe that there is a bob tied to a massless, inextensible and flexible string, and it is whirled along a vertical circle. Now the forces which are acting on the bob in vertical circular motion are nothing but its weight, which is acting in the downward direction, and the force due to the tension in the string, which is acting along the length of the string and towards the center. So these are only two forces which are acting on the bob while it performs the vertical circular motion. So if you observe in the diagram, weight mg is always acting vertically downward and it is constant everywhere along the circular path. But if you observe the value of tension, here at the bottom point it is written T1. When string becomes horizontal, it is T2. So the same condition is here. It is T2 when string becomes horizontal on the other side. And when it reaches to the top position, the tension in the string is T3. Similarly, for velocity or for speed, the direction is continuously changing and its magnitude is also changing from time to time. So at the bottom point it is V2. At C point, when string becomes horizontal, it is V3, and when it reaches to the top position, the speed is denoted by V1. So in vertical circular motion, if the motion is governed only by gravitational force, then it is non-uniform circular motion and there are changes in the magnitude of velocity as well as in the magnitude of tension. So the forces which are acting are shown here. Its weight mg vertically downwards, which is constant everywhere, and the force due to the tension T in the string directed along the string and towards the center. And you observe that its magnitude changes periodically with time and location. So there are changes in speed as well as there are changes in magnitude of tension, and it is directed towards the center. So when it is maximum and when it is minimum, so we are going to analyze the three different positions. Bottom position, that is lowest point, and this position where string becomes horizontal, and the third position where the bob reaches to the top position. And we will find out where it is maximum and where it is minimum. Now we will find the equations for speed and tension for the uppermost position, that is point A. So if you observe this diagram, at point A, the forces acting on the bob are its weight mg, which is acting vertically downward, and the force due to the tension in the string is acting along the string towards the center. So as these two forces are along the same straight line and in the same direction, these two provides the necessary centripetal force for the circular motion. So from here we will write down here equation, that is mg plus Ta is equal to mva square upon r, the necessary centripetal force for the circular motion, where Ta is the tension at the top position and Va is the speed, linear speed at this position, that is at point A. So from here we will write down Ta is equal to mva square upon r minus mg. We have shifted this mg towards the RHS side. Now what is the minimum speed at the top position so that this bob could complete the vertical circle? Now if tension becomes 0 before this bob reaches the top position, then that is if tension becomes 0 between this point and this, then the string becomes slack and the bob performs parabolic path or moves along the parabolic path. But if this bob reaches the top position and the tension just vanishes, that is T becomes 0, then also this bob could complete the vertical circular motion, because the velocity in this case will drive the circular path. क्योंकि यहाँ से जब बॉब नीचे आना स्टार्ट होता है तो ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी it accelerates the motion of the bob, and therefore for minimum possible speed at this point, or if the motion is to be realized with minimum possible energy, the condition is that Ta is equal to 0. अगर टेंशन ग्रेटर देन 0 है तो देर इज नो प्रॉब्लम, बट इफ टेंशन इवन इफ इट इज इक्वल टू 0, इट बिकम्स 0, द वेलोसिटी ड्राइव्स द सर्कल, क्योंकि इसके बाद वो एक्सेलरेट होना स्टार्ट होता है ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी. So now we'll substitute Ta equal to 0 in this equation, and therefore we'll get 0 equals to mva square upon r minus mg, and therefore mva square upon r is equal to mg. Now mm get cancelled from both the sides and we'll get va square is equal to gr. Now taking square root on both the sides, we'll get va is equal to square root of gr. Now as this is the speed at the top position where tension just vanishes, this is the minimum speed at the top position, so that this object or this bob could complete the vertical circle. So this is the speed with which it just completed the vertical circular path, which is the minimum speed at the top position. So इतना एनर्जी हमें यहाँ पे देना होगा लोएस्ट पोजीशन पे, कि टॉप पोजीशन तक रीच होने तक जो बॉब है उसका स्पीड एटलीस्ट स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ जी आर होना चाहिए. इफ इट इज लेस देन स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ जी आर, then string becomes slack and it could not complete the vertical circular path. Now I'll find the equation for speed and tension at the lowermost point, that is point B. Now if you observe the diagram, at point B the forces acting are weight mg in the downward direction, and the force due to the tension in the string is along the string towards the center. Now as T and mg are not acting along the same direction, value of T, that is magnitude of T, is decreased by mg. So the net force which is acting towards the center is Tb minus mg, which is equal to mvb square upon r, the centripetal force, where Vb is nothing but the speed at the lowest point. Now as the motion is governed by gravity, the corresponding decrease in the gravitational potential energy is converted into the kinetic energy. Now as the force due to the tension in the string is always perpendicular to the displacement of the bob, there is no work done by the force of tension, but there is a gravitational pull and it is a conservative force, and therefore energy is conserved throughout the circle. So here we can apply the law of conservation of energy, that is energy, total energy at one point is equal to total energy at other point on circular path. So now to find the speed Vb at the lowest point, we'll apply the conservation of energy. So potential energy plus kinetic energy at A, that is at the topmost position, is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy at point B. So यहाँ पे potential energy और kinetic energy एक दूसरे में change होते रहेंगे. जब ये bottom position पे होगा तो उसका potential energy 0 है, but there is kinetic energy due to the velocity, and when it reaches to the top position, its kinetic energy decreases and the potential energy increases. So here we will get the potential energy at top position is nothing but mgh, that depends on height, plus kinetic energy is half mva square, where va is the speed at the topmost position, which is equal to the potential energy at the bottom position is 0 because its height from the lowest point is 0, plus half mvb square, where vb is the velocity at the lowest position, and therefore its kinetic energy is half mvb square. Now from this we'll get, now as height of this point A from bottom is nothing but twice of r, ये distance कितना है r और ये distance कितना है r, so this is nothing but diameter which is equal to 2r. So for point A height is 2r, and therefore we'll get mg2r is equal to half mvb square minus half mva square. Now mm get cancelled from both the sides, and therefore we'll get vb square upon 2 minus va square upon 2 is equal to 2gr. Now we'll multiply on both the sides by 2, and therefore we'll get vb square minus va square is equal to 4gr. Now we know the speed at the topmost position, so that the object could complete its vertical circular motion, that minimum speed is nothing but square root of gr. Therefore, instead of va square, we'll substitute va square equal to gr. And after substituting va square equal to gr, we'll shift this on left hand side. So it becomes vb square, which is equal to 5gr. So 4gr plus gr is equal to 5gr. Now taking square root on both the sides, we'll get vb is equal to square root of 5gr. Now this is the speed at the lowermost point B, when the speed at the top position is minimum, which is equal to square root of gr. So this is the minimum speed at the lowermost point, so that this object could complete the vertical circle. तो इतना मिनिमम स्पीड अगर हम लोग यहाँ पे देंगे ऑब्जेक्ट को या बॉब को, तो टॉप पोजीशन तक रीच होने तक उसका स्पीड कितना हो जाएगा, स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ gr, एंड दिस पार्टिकल और बॉब कैन कंप्लीट इट्स वर्टिकल सर्कुलर पाथ. क्लियर? बट अगर स्पीड स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 5gr से लेस है, तो ये अपना वर्टिकल सर्कुलर पाथ कंप्लीट नहीं कर सकता. Now we'll discuss the positions where the string becomes exactly horizontal. Now if you observe the diagram, there are point C and point D where the string becomes exactly horizontal, and the forces which are acting at point C or at point D are weight mg is acting vertically downward, and the force of tension along the string towards the center. Now as T is the only force towards the center and along the string, it provides the necessary centripetal force which is responsible to change the direction of linear velocity. And mg, as it is directed opposite to the linear velocity, it tries to retard the motion or it tries to decrease the linear speed. Whereas at point C, mg is again perpendicular to tension, but here it is in the direction of linear speed, and therefore it increases the value of linear speed. तो जब भी पार्टिकल फ्रॉम लोअर मोस्ट पॉइंट टू टॉप मोस्ट पॉइंट मूव करता है, तो उसका स्पीड जो है वो क्या होते जाएगा, डिक्रीज होते जाएगा. इट बिकम्स मिनिमम एट द टॉप पोजीशन, एंड अगेन व्हेन इट मूव्स डाउन टू द लोअर मोस्ट पॉइंट, speed increases because of the acceleration. So अगर random कोई भी point यहाँ पे consider किया, तो this is the tangential component of weight which is opposite to the direction of linear velocity, and therefore it tries to decrease the speed. यहाँ पे अगर हमने एक random point कोई भी consider किया, तो tangential component of mg which is in the direction of linear velocity tries to increase the speed. तो इसलिए वर्टिकल सर्कुलर मोशन एक नॉन यूनिफॉर्म मोशन है जो सिर्फ ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स के अंडर परफॉर्म हो रहा है. क्लियर? So as you move from lowermost point to the topmost point, speed decreases, it becomes minimum, and when you move from topmost point to the lowermost point, it increases and becomes maximum at the lowest point. Clear? So here, as weight mg is perpendicular to the tension T, the force due to the tension is the centripetal force, which is used to change the direction of velocity, and weight mg, it is used to change the magnitude of velocity. So हमें पता है कि जब भी ये लोअर मोस्ट पोजीशन पे होगा और ये वर्टिकल सर्कुलर पाथ कंप्लीट करना चाहता है, तो हमें कितना वेलोसिटी देना होगा? स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 5gr, और ये स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 5gr मिलने के बाद एट टॉप मोस्ट पोजीशन कितना मिनिमम वेलोसिटी आएगा? स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ gr. Now we'll find the speed at point C or at point D. So now we'll apply the law of conservation of energy. That is, total energy at point C is equal to total energy at point B. Now to find the potential energy at point C, we need to find the height of the point C or point D from the bottom point. So as r is the radius of the circular path, the height of the point C or point D from the lowest point is r. So now we will substitute here mgh, that is nothing but mgr, as h is equal to r, which is the potential energy at point C, plus the kinetic energy is half mvc square, where vc is the speed at point C, which is equal to potential energy at the bottom, and as this height is equal to 0 from the lowest point, potential energy is equal to 0, plus the kinetic energy at point B is half mvb square, where vb is the speed at point B. Now here get cancelled from both the sides, and we will get gr plus vc square by 2 is equal to vb square by 2. Now we will multiply on both the sides by 2. So we will get 2gr plus vc square is equal to vb square. Now to find vc square, we will shift 2gr towards RHS, and we will get vc square is equal to vb square minus 2gr. Now as vb minimum at the lowermost point is square root of 5gr, so vb square can be replaced by 5gr and minus 2gr, which is equal to 3gr. So vc square is nothing but 3gr. Now taking square root on both the sides, we'll get vc is equal to square root of 3gr. So this is the minimum speed at point C or at point D to just complete the vertical circle. तो अगर हम लोगों ने लोएस्ट पॉइंट पे स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 5gr ये स्पीड दिया पार्टिकल को, तो जब ये D या C पॉइंट पे आएगा तो उसका मिनिमम स्पीड होगा स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 3gr, जो वर्टिकल सर्कल कंप्लीट करने के लिए ज़रूरी है. और जब वो टॉप मोस्ट पोजीशन पे आएगा तो इस स्पीड के साथ, स्क्वायर रूट 5gr स्पीड के साथ, टॉप मोस्ट पोजीशन पे स्पीड होगा स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ gr, where the tension vanishes, that is T becomes 0 at the topmost position, and the velocity drives the circle. क्योंकि यहाँ इसके बाद वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज होना स्टार्ट होता है. क्लियर? सो ये जो स्पीड है, this is the minimum speed at point C or at point D, so that this particle could complete its vertical circular path. Clear? तो ऐसे ही हमें टेंशन भी फाइंड आउट करना है. तो बॉटम मोस्ट पोजीशन पे टेंशन का वैल्यू सबसे ज़्यादा होगा, D पॉइंट पे डिक्रीज होगा, और उससे भी कम मिनिमम टेंशन होगा एट द टॉप मोस्ट पोजीशन. Now we will find the difference in the tensions at highest and lowest point. So already we obtained the equation for the highest point A, that weight mg plus tension along the string provides the necessary centripetal force, that is mva square upon r. So mg plus Ta is equal to mva square upon r. Now from here we will get equation for tension at point A, that is Ta is equal to mva square upon r minus mg. So we'll shift mg on RHS. So next, at the lowest point B, as mg and Tb, that is tension, are in opposite direction, mg decreases the value of tension, and therefore Tb minus mg, which is the net force towards the center, provides the necessary centripetal force. So we'll write down here Tb minus mg is equal to mvb square upon r, where Vb is the speed at lowest point. So from here you will get the equation for tension at the lowest point, that is Tb is equal to mvb square upon r plus mg. Now from equation 1 and 2 you will find the difference between the tensions at the lowest and the highest point. So subtract equation 1 from equation 2. Tb minus Ta is equal to mvb square upon r minus mva square upon r plus 2mg. यहाँ पे प्लस mg है या माइनस mg, माइनस माइनस mg is plus mg, and therefore we will get plus 2mg. And therefore Tb minus Ta is equal to, from here m upon r is common, so take it outside the bracket, m by r, and inside the bracket Vb square minus Va square plus 2mg. Now these are the two positions on vertical circular path, B lowest position and A is topmost position. So अगर हमें find out करना है difference in the tensions for any two positions, तो हमें ये velocity के difference को find out करना होगा. So यहाँ पे to find Vb square minus Va square, you can apply the law of conservation of energy. So potential energy plus kinetic energy at point A is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy at point B. Now at point A, potential energy is mgh plus half mva square. This is kinetic energy at point A, which is equal to 0 plus potential energy is 0 at the lowest point because its height is equal to 0 from the bottom, plus half mvb square, where vb is the velocity at the lowest point. Now as h, that is the height of point A from the lowest point, is twice of r, that is nothing but diameter, so we will get, as h is equal to 2r, mg2r is equal to half mvb square minus half mva square. Now here mm get cancelled from both the sides and multiply on both the sides by 2, you will get 4gr is equal to vb square minus va square. So यहाँ पे ये ध्यान में रखो कि vb और va कुछ भी स्पीड हो सकता है, नॉट नेसेसरी मिनिमम स्पीड हो टू कंप्लीट द सर्कल, बट कोई भी डिफरेंस के लिए स्पीड के vb स्क्वायर माइनस va स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 4gr. तो अगर हम ये सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं इस एक्सप्रेशन में, तो विल गेट Tb माइनस Ta इज इक्वल टू m अपॉन r इन टू ब्रैकेट की जगह हम सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे 4gr प्लस 2mg. सो यहाँ से r गेट कैंसल्ड and therefore will get Tb minus Ta is equal to 4mg plus 2mg, which is equal to 6mg. So as Tb is the tension at the bottom or lowermost point and Ta is the tension at uppermost point, Tb minus Ta, difference in the tensions at lowest and highest point, is equal to 6mg. तो यहाँ से पता चलेगा कि टेंशन एट द बॉटम इज हाईएस्ट एंड टेंशन एट द टॉप पोजीशन इज मिनिमम. तो नॉट नेसेसरी कि यहाँ पे हम लोग मिनिमम स्पीड ही सब्स्टिट्यूट करें, कोई भी स्पीड के लिए यहाँ पे अगर हम लोग लोअर मोस्ट पॉइंट पे कोई भी स्पीड देते हैं ऑब्जेक्ट को, तो उस स्पीड के लिए हमेशा डिफरेंस इन द टेंशंस एट द टॉप एंड द लोअर मोस्ट पॉइंट इज ऑलवेज इक्वल टू 6 mg. तो ये हुआ फॉर टॉप मोस्ट एंड लोअर मोस्ट पॉइंट. बट यू कैन अप्लाई द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी एट पॉइंट C एंड पॉइंट D also and find the equations for tensions at point C and point D. Similarly, you will get TB minus TC, that is difference in the tensions for point B and point C is equal to 3 mg. तो ये आपको खुद को ट्राई करना है और ये एक्सप्रेशन फाइंड आउट करना है. क्लियर? सो अब तक हम लोगों ने 3 डिफरेंट पोजीशंस पे टेंशन एंड वेलोसिटी फाइंड आउट किया. At lowermost position, at mid position where string becomes horizontal, and at the topmost position. Now to find the tension and velocity at any arbitrary positions on vertical circular path, we require the general expression for tension and velocity. So to find the general expression, now we'll consider the diagram. So here this point B is any arbitrary point on vertical circular path. Now we will find the forces which are acting at this position. So weight mg is acting in the downward direction and the tension is acting along the string towards the center. Now as T and mg are not acting along the same straight line, we have to resolve mg into two components. So as this angle is equal to theta, this angle between the component of mg and mg is also equals to theta. So this component which is opposite to the direction of tension is mg cos theta, and the component which is tangential to the circular path is mg sin theta. So now as T is directed towards the center and mg cos theta is opposite to the direction of T, it decreases the value of T, and the net force which is acting towards the center is T minus mg cos theta, which is equal to mv square upon r. So from here you will get T is equal to mv square upon r plus mg cos theta. So this is the general expression for tension at any point along the vertical circular path. But to find T, you must know the value of speed at that particular point. So to find the velocity at any point, we'll apply the law of conservation of energy. So if you know the velocity at the lowermost point A, then you can apply the law of conservation of energy. That is total energy at point A is equal to total energy at point B. Therefore, mgHA, where HA is the height of the point A with respect to the lowermost point, plus half mva square, this is the kinetic energy, and va is the speed at the lowermost point, which is equal to mghb, where hb is the height of the point B with respect to the lowermost point, plus half mvb square, this is the kinetic energy at point B, where vb is the speed at point B. So from here you will get, as HA is equal to 0, height of the point A with respect to A is 0, so potential energy becomes 0 plus half mva square is equal to mg inside the bracket r minus r cos theta. So this is nothing but height of the point B with respect to point A. तो ये हमें कहाँ से मिला? तो इन ट्राइंगल O, सपोज ये पॉइंट हमने कंसिडर किया T, एक्चुअली ये टेंशन है बट हमें समझने के लिए हमने इसको कंसिडर किया, दिस इज पॉइंट T. तो इन ट्राइंगल OTB, this is right angle triangle, and cos theta ratio is nothing but adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Now hypotenuse length is nothing but radius of the circular path, which is equal to r, and this adjacent side OT is nothing but OT equals to r cos theta. तो ये ट्राइंगल में OT adjacent side है, so cos theta is nothing but adjacent side upon hypotenuse, and therefore adjacent side OT is equal to r cos theta. तो हमें ये लेंथ मिला है यहाँ पे, और ये लेंथ हमें फाइंड आउट करना है, दैट इज नथिंग बट हाइट ऑफ पॉइंट बी विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू पॉइंट ए. नाउ दिस टोटल डिस्टेंस बिटवीन पॉइंट ओ टू पॉइंट ए इज नथिंग बट आर. और ये जो लेंथ हमें मिला है cos थीटा रेशो अप्लाई करने के बाद, दिस इज इक्वल टू r cos थीटा. So as this is r and this is r cos theta, therefore h, that is nothing but height of point B with respect to point A, is nothing but r minus r cos theta. तो यहाँ पे हमने h भी रिप्लेस किया by r minus r cos theta, and the kinetic energy is half mv square. So from here you will get, now cancel this m from both the sides and we'll get va square by 2 is equal to g, r common, so inside the bracket 1 minus cos theta plus vb square by 2. Therefore vb square is equal to va square minus 2gr inside the bracket 1 minus cos theta. Now multiply on both the sides by 2. So we'll get here 2gr. So यहाँ पे vb क्या है? Velocity at any arbitrary point in terms of velocity at the lowermost point. तो अगर हमें यहाँ पे थीटा पता है और va पता है तो हम vb, that is velocity at any position, find out कर सकते हैं. So this is the general expression for tension and this is the general expression for velocity. तो अगर हमें va लोअर मोस्ट पोजिशन पे वेलोसिटी पता है तो हम vb फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं एट एनी पोजीशन, और अगर हमें वेलोसिटी पता है तो हम टेंशन फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं एट एनी पोजीशंस. क्लियर? सो वी गेट द जनरल एक्सप्रेशन फॉर टेंशन एंड वेलोसिटी. तो अगर v की जगह हमने ये सब्स्टिट्यूट किया तो हमें टेंशन के लिए जो फाइनल एक्सप्रेशन मिलेगा दैट विल बी mv स्क्वायर अपॉन r प्लस 3mg cos थीटा माइनस 2mg. तो ये एक्सप्रेशन फाइंड आउट करने के लिए हमें vb स्क्वायर का वैल्यू v स्क्वायर की जगह सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है और टेंशन के लिए जनरल एक्सप्रेशन फाइंड आउट करना है. तो ये आपको खुद करना पड़ेगा एंड देन यू विल गेट दिस एक्सप्रेशन. अभी इस एक्सप्रेशन में हम थीटा का वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट कर सकते हैं. तो थीटा किस पे डिपेंड करता है? पार्टिकल का पोजीशन क्या है. अगर पार्टिकल ए पोजीशन पे है तो थीटा इज इक्वल्स टू 0. अगर पार्टिकल इस पोजीशन पे है जहां पे स्ट्रिंग बिकम्स एग्जैक्टली हॉरिजॉन्टल तो थीटा इक्वल्स टू 90. इफ पार्टिकल इज एट पोजीशन सी देन थीटा इज इक्वल्स टू 180. तो इस तरह से अगर आप थीटा सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हो फॉर डिफरेंट पोजीशंस एंड वी सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हो विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू वी ए तो आपको टेंशन का वैल्यू मिलेगा एट डिफरेंट पोजीशंस एज वेल एज वेलोसिटी एट डिफरेंट पोजीशंस. तो ये स्टूडेंट्स आपके लिए होमवर्क है जहाँ पे अब तक जितने भी हमने केसेस डिस्कस किए, लोअर मोस्ट पॉइंट, टॉप मोस्ट पॉइंट एंड द पोजीशन वेयर स्ट्रिंग बिकम्स हॉरिजॉन्टल, इसके लिए आपको थीटा सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है और v का वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है in terms of va and then find the expression for tension and the speed at that particular position. Thank you.